guys so much for tuning in. Okay, guys, so this is going to be your October mid-month spread. This will be from about October 15th to November 15th. And just as a reminder, guys, at the end of this month, October 26th and 27th, I will be doing an event in White Plains, New York. So it's going to be a 1-hour meet and greet. So I'll be there between the hours of 9 and 5 p.m. So once you go to the link, it'll show you my availability for both days. Now, when you're clicking on a day, it's going to say 9 a.m. for both days. Completely disregard that. That's just telling you the time that my first appointment opens up, okay? So just look at it, see what time is good for you, and once you purchase the ticket, just email me so that I can update the availability on the page, all right? But let's get into this and see what is going on for Aries. All right, what is going on for Aries? From October 15th to November 15th. What is going on with the sign of Aries? Alright, guys, let's get into this. Okay, guys, so the energy we have is the Strength card in the reverse. Okay, so for some of you, I just feel like there's a situation right now that's requiring a lot more resiliency than usual. For some of you, you could be dealing with a Leo also that's acting up. But I feel that you may be cutting a situation out or maybe emotionally detaching yourself from the situation. And for others of you, it could be about a third-party situation that came to light because we have the Seven of Swords in the reverse. All right, so for some of you, maybe you're dealing with a Leo. For others, you know, we do have air here, so Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. All right, but let's see what's going on here. Now, the first card that you guys have for the past, Three of Wands in the reverse. So with the Three of Wands in the reverse, there may have been something that you were waiting on that is just not happening. You know, it just didn't come back in. The ship that you were waiting for just never came back. With the Tower card, whatever didn't come back or whatever you didn't accept to come back into your life, it greatly changed you. With the Tower card, this is going to be a significant change that happens within you, whether you like it or not, okay? If you're ready for it, it definitely makes it easier, but when you're not ready for it, the universe just kind of pushes you into it. So I definitely see a change that comes in here for you. Okay, and this could be because of secrets. Okay, again, we have an air sign that keeps popping up. So maybe there's some sort of secrets with an air sign. You know, things not going the way that you may have expected or wanted, but you having to change because of this. And there's a decision that you come to with the Two of Swords in the reverse. So let's find out what that is. The World card in the reverse. Okay. Justice card. All right, so right here, guys, you're deciding that you don't want to be done with the situation, okay? There's secrets that came out, but you're still trying to work on it. You're still trying to find balance in this because it's your wish fulfillment. But maybe despite all that, someone still gets cut off. Or because it's a third-party situation, maybe that third party gets cut off here. Because behind that, we do have the Two of Wands, where you're going on a path that you're passionate about. So this could be you trying to work out the situation. Okay, and possibly a third party getting snipped out of the equation. Okay, the last card we have for your past, we have the Six of Cups in the reverse. So I see this as a card of reconciliation. Okay, I see this as trying to get back to whoever this was and trying to work things out. Six of Swords. All right, let's get one more card. And the Page of Cups. Okay. So that changes the story a little bit here. For some of you, maybe you did try to work things out with this person from the past, whatever didn't come back in, whatever these secrets are around. For others of you, I feel that you may have reached out to a person or situation that you dealt with where the door may have still been left open for you or vice versa. And maybe that person comes back into your life, because now it's showing that there's a situation that you're dealing with from the past that you've dealt with already. And you're moving away from something. It's hard for you to move away from something, but there could be new opportunity coming in. Okay, for some of you, it could possibly be a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio that comes in. All right, and you're still trying to stand your ground, but you feel like things are out of control. But maybe this could be a very potentially good union here. Whether it's bringing you to a new job, whether it's bringing you to this new person. You know, there is a deep connection here, but there's just a lot of conflict as you take yourself out of this toxic situation. So I just see it again as that gray area where you're transitioning from one thing to another, but you still might be stuck in the past just a bit. Now, the first card you guys have for your present moment, the Ace of Swords in the reverse. So the Ace of Swords in the reverse is just conflict, okay? Conflict between two people, having to have the last word over the other, you know, purposely hurting somebody. The Sun card in the reverse, and this could have been because unexpected information that came out, and this is right below the Moon card, so that's very possible. The Magician in the reverse, somebody's manipulating a situation here, guys. Okay, so you may have felt the need to take a break for a second. And with the Four of Swords, you know, this isn't just taking a break. This is you really thinking about this. You know, is this really something that you want to get into? Just trying to think of every aspect of this. How's this going to help you? How's this going to, you know, deter you from what you need to do in life? Just looking at every aspect of it to see if it's something you want to go through with. Now, the next card you have is the Two of Pentacles in the reverse, which in this case, I think it may be you just fully dropping a certain situation. And that could be a victory right there. Dropping whatever wasn't working for you. Yep, starting new. So you drop something that just wasn't working for you. You start something new. There's a pause on something here. Okay, there's a fallout here with the Hierophant in the reverse. But a new start. So, yeah, okay, now is definitely you guys moving away from the situation, but something new coming in. All right? Could be with the water sign here. Let's get one more card here. Ten of Swords in the reverse. Beautiful. All right, so you have a new start. You have a fallout. You have a new start. But whatever this new start is, whether it's a relationship, you know, a new friendship, a new business, a new job, it's helping you get over things that didn't go right. It's literally pulling the knives one by one out of your back, okay? So you guys are going to a lighter place, and that's something that's really good for me to see here. Yeah, working on something new. It's in the beginning stages, but it's, especially with the Pentacle energy, this is something that you're going to take your time with, and this is something that you're going to make sure has a solid foundation. And now you know better, you know, with everything that happened in the past, there's going to be certain signs and things that you're going to be able to see. So just trust your intuition if those red flags come, come about. Now, going into the future, we have the Three of Pentacles in reverse. With the Three of Pentacles in reverse, this is not seeing eye to eye with people in a certain situation. It could be people not feeling appreciated. And with this Queen of Cups in the reverse, you know, because it keeps showing that there may be a water energy. But let's not focus too much on the signs, guys, that I drop out. Let's focus more on the characteristics of those signs. But there's someone who, seems to come in after you're walking away from a tense situation here. And it does show that they help you get to a lighter place, but maybe they're emotional here in the future because you might not be over your past situation 100%. All right, Queen of Wands. So that's your energy there. So it's like you guys start feeling very, very good here, but maybe something happens that they're not about it at this point. Because it shows you took the break that you needed to, and you feel good, but then maybe you stop talking to them, guys. Make sure this isn't something where you literally suck someone's energy out in order to heal. Okay? That's what it's looking like, guys, and I know it's going to be vice versa. It could be vice versa for some of you. Okay, but this is a general reading, so I got to put everything out there. Yeah, it looks like there might be someone who comes in, they kind of help you get through this, they talk you through this, and at the end, you just drop them. Once you're over this, you drop them. and they're upset at you. And if that's the case, they have the right to be, guys. Okay, because I see it's like someone here is being used. It could be you guys using them or them using you. Okay, this could be vice versa. The next card we have here is the Four of Cups, where there's an offer that's not accepted or an offer that's not given, that somebody wants. Somebody wants to hear that offer, but they may not be getting it. The Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, things taking a bad turn, a temporary bad turn, but you're not worried about it. Nine of Swords in the reverse. Okay, there's someone here feeling conflict, but you guys are not the ones who are in your hearts or heads about this. And then we have the Five of Swords, again, which is a card about conflict. Queen of Swords in the reverse. Okay, somebody's really upset here, guys. And Nine of Pentacles, where this could be you feeling good and abundant. So, in all of these cards here, especially towards the end, it's all showing these two energies. One where there's one person feeling good. In this case, it would be you guys, and someone feeling very upset. Here, you guys not being worried, but things taking, a bad turn, but I don't feel like it's for you. And then here, you guys are feeling good and abundant, but there's conflict, and there's someone who's upset here. Make sure you're not using anybody, okay, for your own sort of, advantages. Here, the Magician in the reverse. This is someone who has all the tools needed to manifest whatever they want, but they use it for ill. Okay. True power comes from being able to build yourself without stepping on the backs of others. All right, so whether this is happening to you or, you may be doing it to someone else, and maybe it's not even maliciously. Maybe it's just you need somebody there, and that happens. When we're upset, we need someone that we can rely on. But try to put yourself in their shoes, or vice versa. Ask them, put yourself in my shoes. This isn't fair. I've been trying to help you through this, and now you're dropping me now that you're okay. All right, so that's what I see in this. Okay, guys, so I'm going to give you an Earth Magic Oracle card just to give you some added guidance to see what's going to happen here. At the end of it, I see you guys doing well. Okay, so there's something that you're walking away from. There's a new start for you. You leave the month not being too worried, feeling good about yourself. Okay, so this is great. I like how it ends. I just want to make sure that you guys aren't stepping on anyone's back again to get here. And for cross watchers, if that's what you're doing, it's a big no-no. Don't do it. And the biggest reason is not just, oh, be nice, do what your mother tells you. It's not that. It's just, when we do fucked up shit, it always comes back, guys. And it doesn't come back in the sense where it's like, oh, now the next person I'm going to date, now they're going to get pissed off at me and this is going to happen. No. When karma comes back, it comes back in the most, not necessarily the most painful way, but it's going to come back in a way where you really know your lesson and you really know that this is karma hitting you. So that's why I just try not to fuck people over. And that's why I'm very open with people. And I tell them what's on my mind. And, if I don't like you, this is why. Just because the universe can't do shit to me. I'm like, look, I told them. I told them exactly what they were getting themselves into. My hands are clean. There are no blood on them. So that's why. Okay? It's not so much out of morality, which it should be. But it's just covering your ass. Making sure that you don't have to deal with bullshit down the road because of this karmic balance that we need to have here. Now, the oracle cards that I'm using is the Earth Magic Oracle cards by Stephen D. Farmer, okay? What is the guidance for the sign of Aries from October 15th to November 15th? Okay, I'm going to take this card out. Alright, guys, you guys got the card Whale, Breach. Alright, so I'm going to read you the advice portion here. Let's see what's going on. Okay. It is time to take a break. Not just a coffee break, but a respite from the usual environment you find yourself in. That trip you wanted to take, go for it. Tired of being outdoors, or being indoors rather, make it a point to get outside. You have become so attached to your surroundings that you have created within them an illusion of safety. Yet it is not these things that make you feel safe. Rather, the familiarity you have imbued in your surroundings have generated this false sense of security. Taking time from the familiar is literally about changing your external environment in a significant way, such as doing something unusual, perhaps something you have always wanted to experience. Another perspective is breaking through the barrier of beliefs that have constricted you in any way from being who you truly are. This is your opportunity to do some intentional breaching of these thought patterns, which will open you to different worlds and perspectives. Okay, I want you guys this month to really, really make sure that before getting into anything that's going to require, serious commitment from you, whether it be with somebody else, whether it be with work, make sure that you're 100% good for this. Because I have it like on repeat all day. But I always say, you're gonna attract who you are, and a lot of people fight me on this, like, no, I didn't attract the psycho into my life. No, I didn't attract, this beater into my life. And guys, that's not what I mean. I don't mean that you're going to attract, a psycho killer. All right. I mean that if there's times where we're weak and our defenses are down and we're not guarding ourselves, in our bodies and our minds the most that they can be guarded, it kind of, there's a lot of negative energies that can breach that. That's what I mean. When I look back, anything that I went through that was really fucking horrible, I think about, okay, well, where was I mentally when this situation presented itself, when that first seed of the situation presented itself? And every single situation I look at, I was just not in a good place. All right. I was just very, very, insecure about certain things, just in my head about a lot of things. And I did things that I felt would fill a void within me, but it's like I was selling myself short. And that's why these bad things happened, because I didn't have the backbone to say, no, this isn't good. And a lot of the things I got into, it didn't just happen like that. There was a lot of warning signs, and I just chose to ignore it. So what's most important is you have to find balance within yourself. You have to really be able to look at yourself and be like, okay, this is who I am, and I love who I am. And you need to genuinely feel that way. You need to feel okay, being alone in a situation and dealing by yourself in a situation. Honestly, my thing is, and for a lot of you, this isn't going to be love, but it's just an example. Anytime I get out of a relationship, or, I get out of something that's really, really painful, I don't even like to even think about looking until I'm in a place where I can sleep okay, knowing that nobody's going to call my phone. Okay, knowing that I'm not going to get a good night text from anybody, and not having to, reach out to strangers and weird people in order to get that sort of, what do I want to say? That sort of confirmation, validation on who I am. I'm sorry, it was stuck on the roof of my mouth. So yeah, you don't want to seek validations of others, because usually when we're looking for all this sort of attention, it's to validate that we exist, that we feel good. But you have to feel good without those around you, especially if there's going to be people in your life that may want to help you, and you may take that help, and then it's like you're not able to reciprocate it. If there was somebody that came into your life in at a time where you were having a hard time letting someone go, they should have also been aware that, this person is getting out of something. Maybe it's really, really tough. But again, you're going to attract who you are. So you want to make sure that you're not going to fumble over things and treat people like shit, without even realizing it, without not even intending to. So make sure that you're ready, okay? Make sure that you're ready before you go out there and get back into the game. Make sure that you take a time to rest. And a lot of people, they'll consider that weakness, but it's not. Regrouping is not weakness. Taking a break is not weakness. Healing your heart is not weakness. It's necessary. It's absolutely necessary. Don't let anybody tell you guys different, all right? I love you guys so much. And as a reminder, I will leave the link below for that event in New York, 26th and 27th. I am also doing one-on-one tarot lessons through Skype. Okay, so I will leave all that information in the description as well. And for those of you who are getting personal readings, please just give me 5 to 10 days to get those back to you. All right, guys, I love you so much, and I'll be back in just a few days with your November readings. Okay, I'm going to get those out early this month. Take care.